Hello, everybody. First live after Christmas. I'm super excited for, like, I don't really think this reading, but like, I'm super excited to just merge into the next phase of everything. I think a lot of things are going to change over the next little while. And how can somebody already like this, but they're not in the chat? That is so weird. Who is that? Oh, is that Irene? There you are. Yeah! I was like, it was showing that you liked it and that you weren't even there. I'm like, how is that possible? Okay. So, Irene, I was just doing my opening. I'm drinking Bailey's right now. I'm still in my pajamas. I worked until 4 o'clock in the morning. And it's like 1 o'clock here now. And I'm going kind of ape shit because I just bought this Metaphysical cannabis oracle deck. And I'm like doing something and I'm trying something. And these cards already knew what it was. Like, tell me how the fuck they knew. It's magic, baby. So that's why I call it the physical reading, because it is Metaphysical oracle deck. Ooh, I'm getting the song Monster by Mumford & Sons. And the main thing he says in it is curse the beauty and curse the queen. So tell me what the fuck he's talking about in that one, eh? What are you writing up there? Ah! Love you too, buddy. Magic is magic. Magic is magic. You have to believe in magic for you to even fucking see anything, honestly. Okay. I don't even think we're leading with a sign, although I did hear justice. Woo! This is like my favorite card in the entire deck. It's such a beautiful card. It like leads the entire deck, and it came out on our first reading together. Wow. Spirit, act. Because you know when you lighting a joint is an act. Great diviner. With I love you. Future love letter. How pretty these cards are. I thought they were a tarot deck, so I bought them with an oracle deck, and then my sister was like, oh yeah, that's an oracle deck. I'm like, no, it's not, it's a tarot deck. And she's like, no, it's oracle deck. Whoopsies! I like to buy tarot decks and oracle decks together because I like to use both in a reading, and I thought these were fucking tarot cards. Clearly, my dyslexia possibly made me see something that I was supposed to. Wow, these are really fucking pretty cards. Okay. Okay, so I think somebody is cultivating like magic. And it takes an act. Like if you want something done in your life, you have to initiate doing it, right? You can't want something in your life and never go for it and just expect it to like arrive or some shit, right? So the act of lighting the joint connects the divine in you. Like, I don't know if somebody just started smoking weed, or if they realized how to like talk to themselves, right? I am getting like, if you don't like yourself, the universe is trying to say to start to learn to love yourself, because the act of like isn't enough. The act of love is, right? You have to know what you're fighting for and what you want to fight for, which is why the spirit comes in of the act of lighting something, of doing something, which is bliss and solo magic. So I do think that somebody is cultivating something to come into them. And it's one of those things that it takes energy to do something, and by not speaking it, by keeping it, or like somebody's writing something or they're doing something. I don't know if you're writing something or you're trying to cultivate something, but someone's trying to get to like a better place, right? And the only way to get to a better place is to mentally be there first, right? Like a lot of people get angry with me because they think I'm too happy. And I don't know what that means, because just because I have a smile on my face, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm happy. It just means that I'm choosing not to be angry, right? Like I love to smile. I love to be happy. I don't want to be angry. It's an art of being able to control yourself and putting yourself into a state where you control yourself. It doesn't matter if I stub my toe. Like I banged my fucking knee so bad at work last night. My boss was like, "Are you okay?" I swear to God, every hour what came out of my boss's mouth is, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" I kept hurting myself last night. And like I saw myself doing it. It wasn't like, I sometimes get attacked by this thing at work. Honestly, it's not a lie. There's a spirit at my work who really likes to fuck with me. He's like yanked my shirt before. He's tripped me. He's pushed me into things. And I've just like learned to, I just tell him off now. I call him a big tough guy. "Oh yeah, you want to push a girl? Big tough guy, fucking loser." Right? And now he kind of like leaves me alone. And I banged my shit up so bad last night that I was like, honestly, Whitney, you have only yourself to blame. You were going way too fast. You weren't paying attention, because I wasn't. I was high as fuck, for one. I smoked weed all day. I didn't get to go to work until 8 o'clock at night. Okay, you're telling me I'm not going to be like a little bit high? Of course I am. I'm still fighting this massive fucking cold that I can't get rid of. So all of a sudden I started drinking mimosas over Christmas, and now I can't stop drinking them because I'm starting to feel better. Okay, I get how alcoholics don't get sick. Okay, it's like the alcohol is when you use alcohol for like medicinal purposes and you're not using it to get drunk. Like I drank this much champagne over like 8 hours, okay? And it like dried me up. I'm not talking, I can't drink beer. I still am not going to be able to drink, but I'm noticing now like I'm drinking Baileys. I haven't drank for years, people. And I woke up, I'm still stuffed up. I feel like shit. And I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but alcohol right now is making me feel better. So I'm going to take it. But I also know how to protect myself. And I know how to keep things away from my door. I know how to not to overindulge. I know how to take care of myself. I know how to do solo work without adding some type of like third party fucking interference that I don't need. Right? It's like, I'm still getting Monster from fucking Mumford & Sons. Oh man, there's a guy who played at my work last night. He sounded exactly like the lead singer from Mumford & Sons. And he did I Will Wait. Oh my God. As a solo guy with just a guitar on a stage, he kicked ass last night. I fell in love with him. I think he has a huge crush on me because I kind of look like his girlfriend. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. I get how you can have it. He just stares at me and goes, "Hi, Whitney." And I'm like, "Hey, buddy." His hair is always crazy. Anyways, don't put me in a JJ Chance right now. I swear to God, he just like serenades me with his voice. But you know, we're getting back to, it's the creating of the lighting of the spark of the match that gets you fucking high, but you have to wait for the high. You don't just smoke weed and fucking get super high right away. Like it takes like a couple minutes to kick in, just like alcohol. I mean, it kicks in way faster than alcohol, but it's like somebody is going to be brought to a divine place because of somebody. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know if like, I hate love readings. I find them stupid. I think there's so many better things to be talking about than fucking love. Or like somebody has a crush on you. Like, do something about it. But it is kind of cute when somebody has a crush on you. You're like, "Hey, how's it going?" I love getting dirty crushes on my customers, especially ones that I can't date. Because then I'm like, oh, look at my love comes in. And like, I can't do anything, but it's nice, you know? So many guys that come into my work are married, and they expect, I don't know if they expect, you know, to just go into the bathroom with you for fucking 5 minutes. I'm like, seriously? Is that kind of like the kind of chick that you think I am? Just because I work here doesn't mean I play here. I don't shit where I eat. Does anybody ever teach you guys that? Like, have you ever taught that? Like, don't shit where you eat, and then actually understand what that means? Because even when somebody tells you, don't shit where you eat, you still do it. Because, I mean, technically, you shit at home where you eat. So, I mean, I don't really get the saying, to be honest. Again, it's that word shit. I'm going to say one thing, but it means like 5 other things. And you're like, I can't play this game with you. This is stupid. But I feel like somebody has this like idea, okay? And whatever idea you have, whatever, even if you think it's stupid, I was talking to somebody yesterday about Etsy. And I'm like, honestly, a platform is a platform. Like, that's your platform is where you build up from, or it's a part of your stage already. Like, getting out there, putting your shit on Instagram, Facebook, social, and media, everything. Like, customers at my work, they literally get mad if my boss doesn't put up what's happening at our bar. They're like, well, nobody told me. I mean, I was looking at the page all day, and I'm like, okay, I'm really sorry. I don't run the Facebook page. I don't know what's going on. I don't have Facebook, right? Like, people are like, well, you know, it's always like, well, it'd be nice to know. And I'm like, it would be, right? It would be. It'd be nice to fucking know things that are happening around, you know, like there should be some bulletin board that gives you everything that's going on. But unfortunately, it doesn't really happen that way. You know, I did buy my sister a planner, a yearly planner. She doesn't even have a job. And I'm like, you know what? I think I'm lining you up for something. I think I'm lining you up to have a very percacious. That's not a fucking word. That's what just came to my head. Future. What word am I trying to look for, guys? Percacious future? No. It'd be like abundant future, but I want to say precarious? No. No. What's that word? I don't know. I feel like my sister is going to have a future that she has no fucking idea about. That's how I feel. I feel like she has no idea what's going to hit her. That's just the psychic in me talking, though. Channel. Like, I can't really lie when I say that, like, sometimes these cards just happen to do exactly what I'm doing, and like, I'm channeling. That's exactly what's happening. So in this channel of what I'm saying to you, now I'm getting Oh Holy Night. Really? So much Christmas music right now is on my head. You might have channeled this. And I do feel like people for the new year, like, if there is something you want to do, like if it's fucking make jewelry, I have a jewelry making kit coming. I have no idea what is going to happen to my life, okay? When you all of a sudden want to do something, but you've got this like massive 9-to-5 job, or you have kids, or like fucking whatever, life, okay? You have to pay your bills. Like, I can't just stop working. Like, I have no income, right? So you do this side hustle, and you find a hobby that you really love, and you do it because you love it, and then you start to sell it, right? Like, the only thing is, the one thing that for some reason I cannot do is I cannot sell my art. I don't know why I can't sell my art. It's one of those things, I think it's too personal to me. I would rather burn the piece of art when I'm done with it than have it up in some fucking person's living room as like I'm a fucking zookeeper. Like, it just doesn't, I feel like art is very violating. I feel like the whole concept of art has completely lost it. I don't know how people can say these paintings come from generations and generations and blah, blah, blah. Like, I think it's bullshit. I think a lot of the whole art mainstream was just a money. It was just a way to fucking hustle money somehow and make things very, very expensive and unattainable. And it makes people want them. It makes people want to pay to see them. It makes, it's just a part of this thing that is not what art is. That's not why it was here. It's so then you can express yourself. It doesn't matter. People put it all up on Instagram. Like, this is what I painted today. And this is what I painted today. And they don't get 100 likes and they feel like they didn't do a good job. And it's like, that's that kind of shit that like, you got to keep up on the inner. Like, why flaunt it? Why show it to people? Why have anybody's opinion on it? It doesn't matter. It's about the journey of making the piece of art. But people have turned it into like, I want to make money. I want to make money. Well, then you've got to learn how to hustle, and your art is going to become cheap if that's what you want, right? Anything that you hustle, if you hustle a lot of it, kind of becomes cheap, right? When you start doing things that are like unique and they are like one of a kind and there's just one piece and that piece only, and that's what you sell, that's what I'm talking about. That's what needs to be started. Now I can really hear that song from Home Alone, they're in the church. Oh, right? Oh, night divine. Like, maybe this is going to all come to you in one night. And like, when I got off work at like 3 a.m. I usually only do one of those 3 a.m.ers, like maybe once every 2 weeks. Like, my boss doesn't do it to me very often. So, and this was the first time where I didn't have to clopen and fucking open up the restaurant at 11. So I could like stay up. It was like 4:30 in the morning. I was just sitting at my desk. I had my candle lit. I had incense going, and I was just channeling so much shit that had happened at work. So much of it that I felt like this weird simulation of how I just went to work for 8 hours, but then got home and felt like I wasn't even there. Like, I was like, I just busted my ass. It was one of the busiest nights. We sold like fucking $4,000. This poor girl had to work 12 hours. I couldn't believe it. We were so busy. The streets were dead. The town was dead. I thought we were going to be dead. We were so busy. We were just pumping drinks. Like, I fucking couldn't believe it. I just stocked so much. And then poof, I got home and it was like, did I even go to work? Like, I forgot I even went to work, because I have this awesome side hustle that doesn't make me feel like I can't go to work because I've got to work on this side hustle. When I work on the side hustle, look at this is my day off. And what am I doing? Working. I don't even know what a day off means. What does that mean? Sit around and pick your nose? Like, I get it. I have to take time, but I also have a sister who doesn't work. So she loves running around and doing all my errands for me. Why wouldn't she? Like, I get to sit here while she's literally going out and doing errands right now. And I want to be here doing this. If I wanted to be out there driving around and doing that shit, I already did that this morning. I don't really want to do it now. This is now I want to work, because my other job takes up physical energy that I have to do it. So when you get this spark and you want to do something, all it takes is one idea. And then it's like, poof. All right, this is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to make money. At least I'm going to try, because if you don't try, then how do you know it's going to work? That's the thing, is like, people are always like, okay, well, that's easy. Well, I can do that. I can always do that. But like, you say it like you can always do it, but you're never doing it, right? Like, that's my landlord, honestly, fucking worse. Always says, because things are easy. Oh, that's easy. That's easy. He doesn't do them. Like, just because it's easy, it's not going to take you a lot of time. That means now you're never going to do it. Like, and that's the thing, is you got to stick to your plan. When you say you're going to do something, fucking do it. Don't back out, because your word is your bond. That's all you have. If you back down from yourself, you let other people overtake you, then you're saying you don't give a shit about yourself. You don't give a shit about your opinion. You don't give a shit about where you're going. You don't give a shit about yourself, because you're letting everybody else control you. You have to set that precedent. You have to set what you want to do, right? That's all about you. Your word is your bond. If you say you're going to go do something, you fucking do it that day. No more, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, maybe I'll do it the next day. It doesn't matter. It's my life. I'm the one that's in control here. Yeah, of course you're in control, but you're also massively letting yourself down when you don't do the things that you're meant to do at the time you said you were going to do them. Just because you're an adult and you don't have it scheduled in, or, no one's making you do something. It's like, you have to take that, you're an adult. Get with the program. Like, there's none of this, well, somebody made me do this and somebody made me do that. Yeah, well, take control of your life. Who's fucking making you do this now? Like, who's forcing you to do this? Who's forcing you to watch this? Who's forcing you to... No one is, right? When you make up excuses to say stupid shit, then you will always make those excuses up for everything that you say and everything you do. So it's like, the spark that lights this, it's solo magic. It's so then somebody comes to a decision within themselves because they love themselves and they channel this idea, whatever this idea is. And it actually works, because when the universe knows that you want to do something with it and you don't want to control it in a way, oh my God, look at this, the witch doctor. Right? It's like that herbal healing. It's like somebody being able... like somebody being able to come in, okay, and heal you in a spiritual way. So I feel like when you do this side hustle, when this idea comes to you, it's a way that you heal yourself, which is why when the other ideas branch out and then you're like, okay, that's what I'm going to make money off of. It's not going to be this one thing that I just decided to do. Like, because the one thing that's most sacred to you, don't sell it. Don't give it to people, even if it can make money. You make that priority that you're doing for yourself and for your healing, and then you bust an idea off of that, because you wouldn't believe the amount of ideas that start once the first idea starts, right? It's like you just get all this like domino effect of all these other things that happen, right? And then that's where shit starts. That's where you start to like slowly start to fall in love with more and more, because then you open up the door, and by opening up the door, that's what they're asking you to do with this entire reading. Right? Whether you smoke weed or you don't smoke weed, it has nothing to do with that. It's about the spark. It's about the idea. It's about, and then once you get the idea, you have to let it set in, and then you have to fall in love with it. Then you have to realize, okay, and this is going to be me, because it's going to represent anything that you do represents a part of you. So you have to be able to respect that, honor that, and stand in your shoes and not be afraid of what you do or not be shameful of what you do. We can't control where we come from, and we can't control the roads that we're on all the time, right? Life is controlling, and the things around us are controlling, and then things happen beyond our control that lead us into other roads that we didn't fucking ever think that we were going to be on. And we didn't ever think that we had to deserve to be on those roads, because our road that we were on was fucking perfectly fine, right? People derail you. They fuck with you. Your road collapses. Fucking weather happens. Shit happens. We can't always think that things are going to be delivered on time and that everything's going to work out perfect. I don't think we'd be here if that was, I most definitely would not be doing this channel if my life was perfect. I don't even know what that means. You know, I took that word out of my vocabulary. The way that I describe it is when somebody says something that matches up with me and I go, perfect. I don't need that word for any other reason than that. Like, to describe what? A situation. What situation is perfect? It's disgusting. Life is gross. People are gross. Give me a break. But once you get over that, it's like, whatever. It is what it is. If you sleep with somebody, I'm sorry, but like, your amoebas get all over you. That's just the way it is. And then it's like, nobody's gross anymore. Who's gross? What does that even mean? Honestly, I don't know. I really like these cards. I have another deck of cards too coming in. Woo! I forgot about them for like 5 years. I found them on the internet for like $20. I couldn't believe it. How do you give up that? $20 value? Woo! In my mind, they're priceless. Whoa! Did you guys see that? Look it! Oh, man! The other card that has the joint on it. There's only 2 cards that have these hands. Look, we got both of them. How weird is that? I'm going to say that's like an Ace of Wands for sure moment. Oh, there's the Wizard. So we have the Witch and the Wizard. Okay, so something is magical as fuck. Okay, somebody is doing something, and the whole point of it is, the whole thing that people, why you build things, why you want to build things is because you love them. So if you love them, that means you have to nurture them. As long as you nurture them, they will grow, right? And I feel like somebody has this like thing that they are growing, and it is like marvelous. Somebody has, but it starts with a vision, and the vision is seeing is believing. Okay, if you are trying to manifest something, okay, some type of abundance, right? You have to see it in your life already as it manifests, right? It's funny that way. It's like when people prepare for babies and they prepare for dogs and stuff like that, because they have to see it first. Oh, honestly, I think I'm going to say that that's like another ace. Look at that. Look at that beautiful fucking card. Possibilities are endless, because the thing is, the amount of things that you can put in that bong are crazy. Okay. That's alchemy. That's choices. You have so many different choices to put into that bong. Okay. Like so many different weeds, so many different sativas, indicas. You've got hybrids. You've got some hash you can put in there. Woo. I'm telling you, there's a lot of shit you can put in that. So that's what I mean. Like, but the vision has to be there. You have to get the spark that, and then it lights the other fires, you know? Look at this. I can with food, meditation, and vision. So it's like you're the one, you have to believe that you have the power to manifest what you can feel around you, right? Look at, they kind of look like vaginas in the middle of the deck. Like, how inappropriate is that? Come on. How inappropriate is that? There are children watching. Vision, black and white, because there are things that are part of this that you will not see. Okay, there are unforeseeable events that happen with anything, right? But I mean, when you love something, okay, so put it this way. So my sister and I, we have this car, okay? And it is old as fuck, okay? It's a 2004, has over 400,000 kilometers on it. And we recently found a garage that can like fix it. And they did an inspection on it and we can actually get it safetied. I thought this car was going to die. Like I was like, there is no way that it's going to safety and it's going to pass and we're going to be able to put and it is so far shooting colors. We've put in like $2,000. I think it's going to take another $1,000, but I thought, okay, well, $3,000 versus going and buying another car. Like, why the fuck would I go buy another car? That's stupid. I love my sister's car. Plus, we just share it. So we share a majority of the, and we share everything on it. So once we part ways and we don't live together anymore, or I decide to buy another car, but like, why wouldn't I put the money into fixing it? That's the thing is like, because you have to see the possibility in something. If other people, dude, so many people told us to buy another car. And then once we found this garage in this town that we live in, my sister was getting cat calls. It was mainly like vehicle cat calls because once they found out it had over 400,000 kilometers on it, everybody in the garage was like, ooh, ooh. Like it was an amazing moment. And then I served this guy later on that night and I told him about the car and he was like, oh my God, I had this Ford, blah, 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 ran into over 700,000, blah. And I was like, are you kidding? Like your car is it's just not going to stop working because it hits a certain amount of kilometers. Okay. As long as you take care of your vehicle and you do your oil changes and you make sure the car is in good condition, your car is just not going to just die one day because of the kilometers. Like anything can get fixed. Right? Even parts of the engine, even if the transmission goes, now I've got a tranny guy that can fucking repair for like $300. My dad told me if the transmission ever went on a car to get rid of it. Why? Honestly, I had some of the stupidest, dumbest fucking parents in the world. Ugh. Don't listen to people who are like, don't put money into that. Buy something new. Don't put money into that. Buy something new. And they want you to buy something new. So it's pretty and it's shiny and it's electronic. Like, fuck off. Put your own goddamn window down. Like, honestly, heat your own ass up. Like, stupid. Just look like everybody else. Why? So you can lose all your money. Like, and I'm sorry if anybody has done that. Okay? Don't, like, I go on my rants because I fucking have to. Because it's just in me. And I only can rant like this with my sister. I feel like it's not fair. Like I have to rant to other people, Actually, I rant to myself a lot too. I'm actually fogging my glasses up. I rant to myself a lot. Like I'll rant to my car driving around, like these fucking new cars, and you press a button and it just parks for you. What do you mean? My dad taught me how to parallel park when I was 14 years old in a church parking lot. Learn how to parallel park your fucking self. Like, oh man, I almost got out to do it for her because I was like, I can't watch this anymore. And a guy got out of the car and I was like, oh my God, that's even worse. I thought it was going to be an old woman, but it was a young guy. And I was like, he was like 4 feet away from the curb. You might as well just be in the lane. Like you're in the lane. You're not parked on the side of the road. Like I couldn't believe it. I'm just like, where is this reading going? Sometimes I forget. I get that spark. I forget. I just don't know what the hell is going on sometimes. Yeah! Yo, Heather, you are insane. We are restoring a 2004 Honda Element. It's a Honda Element. That is fucking crazy. How can that be the same car? How can you have just said that of all the cars in the world? How can you have said the exact same car as the car that we're putting back together? Jesus. Yeah. Oh, holy night. It just keeps coming into my head. I can't read the chat afterwards. I fucking thought I could. It's stupid. You used to be able to, and I don't know how to now. Northern Cali. There's a couple people already from California. Woo-wee! Man, you guys are just having a ball in that chat. I'm sweating so much right now. Alcohol is also just making me sweat. So I'm like sweating out my sickness. Like, I swear, someone's trying to kill me. And it's not working. It's hilarious that it's not working. But, yeah, man, you just get death threats all the time. People are so fucking stupid. Like, go threaten it. Why don't you just take all that harsh energy and just, like, put it into yourself? I just don't get it. This was like, I have to say, how much time are we at? I friggin' just did all that, and I didn't even look at the time. 31 minutes. Like, I have to say, this was a fucking bomb reading from these cards. Like, I want everybody to give them a round of applause. This is their second reading, okay? And I fucking love it. Like, I love what they had to say today. Like, there's a lot of magic, and that's the thing is, like, I think people, they don't know what they're capable of doing. So it's always funny to do like little spells like that, and like you think you're magical. Start doing, like, okay, this is what's funny. It's like, start doing spells, okay, to like increase their money or to find them a boyfriend or something like that, like and then see if it works. That's the whole point. Like, you won't be able to do it for yourself, okay? The way that you have to manifest for yourself is a lot different than how you can manifest for the people around you, all right? And when you manifest for the people around you, it comes back times 10. So when you go out and you do little things for people, it actually, like, it all gets written down. No matter what you think or how you feel, it's all written down, because anything that you give has to be given back. It's the way that the universe works. If it didn't, it just wouldn't be the same, okay? There has to be a reward for something, okay? And I think that's why people get so weird about rewards here, that they think they're supposed to be rewarded for everything. It's because they are actually getting rewarded for the jobs that they're doing, but they're not getting rewarded in the ways that they think. They're getting rewarded in, like, promotions and increase of, like 50 cents of a job or something like that. Like, that's all things that they've done to magically create stuff for themselves. People just don't see it, right? Because they think that magic has to be like, some type of like voodoo spell, or like I've got to, cook things and sacrifice things. And it's like, no, it's just like talking and words and like repetition and concentrating and like mainly third eye shit, where you like picture things in your mind and then you manifest them, right? It's like stuff like that. Like, it has absolutely nothing to do with like the occult or like gross evil things. Like, it's magic is nothing to do with that, okay? Especially if you think you're a wizard, or you think you're a witch, or you think you have like healing magical powers or something like that. Like, work with that. Do something with that. Like, see if there's something, like, if you do read tarot, then see if you can do Reiki, or I don't know, some other way that you can read energy, or write a fucking book, and like the book then goes to tarot cards that you make of yourself or something like that. Like, it's all about getting the idea put together and then making something happen, and then knowing that the idea that you make, right, to love it enough to get it to where it has to go and let it form the way it has to. Like, that's the best support that you can do. Any business, anything evolving, right, is you let it grow the way naturally, right? Listening to good advice that makes sense for something, allowing things to come to you that are new, right? So then you can expand. Like, you don't want to do anything that completely disrupts your world, and then you have no time for yourself. What it is so that it's an addition to your life, not an extraction. Right? Like, bravo. What is this deck called? The Metaphysical Cannabis Oracle deck. What a great reading. I have to say. Oh, look at that. I just cut the deck. That's a beautiful balance right there, man. Like a beautiful balance, right? It takes a lot of time and energy to get rocks to form like this, okay? And the thing is, you can do it. You would be amazed at how you can get rocks to stand like this, okay? It takes a lot of time, but eventually the energy in the rock shifts and it goes to support itself. It's really fucking crazy. Hey, how did I just cut the deck to this card again? How did that even happen? Was that on the top of the deck or on the bottom of the deck? Weird. Like the thing is that whatever is coming to you, right, is a huge variety of what you can do with it and how much you can change it and how really it's like making pottery, you know, like the amount of things that you can do with it. It's amazing. Every avenue you can go down, you can ship it around the world and you can, right? That's why, you know, obviously Etsy comes to me a lot and I don't really know why. Maybe I'm going to be on it one day. I don't really know. It wouldn't surprise me. It's a great platform to sell. It's really hard to sell your stuff. And it's even harder to get people to look at your little teeny tiny website on such a giant fucking system, right? It's hard to find you. It's hard for people to find you. So you have to do things that stand out, which attract the energy to come your way, right? So it all begins with an idea. And I believe that this idea is coming to somebody. So that's pretty awesome. I'm not going to lie. Like, that is pretty wicked energy. Oh, I'm getting super tired. I only slept like, I don't know, 3 hours, something like that. Like, this job is going to kill me. It took me like 3 days to get over the other night that I had to work. Redonkulous how tired I am right now. But I'm not tired, but I can't always channel. Like, channeling takes a lot of fucking energy out of you. Like, holy shit balls. I always forget how much energy this takes. I'm like sitting there watching a movie about 8 o'clock at night, and I want to come in here and do a reading, and then I'm like, Whitney, you can't even like fucking lift up your arms right now. Like, you can go do a reading. But it's because my mind is like full of energy, but my body is like, girl, go lay down. And I'm not going to lay down today. I actually have like quite a few things to do, but I am going to kind of take it easy because I am fucking exhausted. Like, I wake up normally between 7 and 8:30 in the morning. I didn't go to bed until 5. Like, I still woke up. It was 8:41. I don't understand. That's why I'm like, this is such a simulation. It's not even funny. Because, like, I don't feel tired. I won't feel tired probably until tonight. But my body is like, oh, good God. That night at work last night. Oh, my God. It might be the death of me at some point in time. I'm just going to say. I might die at work one day. I'm like exhaustion. Oh, God. Ah! All right, well, that's probably it for me, kids. I don't think I'll be fucking recording anything else if I stay this goddamn tired all day. Woo! I can't even see now. My eyes are watering. Hella yeah. Station wagon. Oh my God, dude, I love station wagons. Oh, man. Honda Elements are awesome. Vista Cruiser! Whoa. Oh, man. Well, I'm gonna start learning how to make jewelry. You're damn right. I think the stupid shit fucking bitch stole my ideas. And I was kind of really pissed off about it for a while. And then I was like, fuck her. She doesn't just get to steal my ideas and then I never do it again. Like, so, and I'm just, I normally teach myself this shit. So I've got some ideas to do with like some bracelets and some necklaces. Like they're going to be super like plain. Like I'm not a flashy, like look at my rings. They're all just silver. Like I don't really like a whole lot of color. Like I find really, really colorful jewelry sometimes looks cheap. And you could spend the world's biggest amount of money on it and I'm still going to feel the same way. Like I like the subtleness of jewelry. I don't like, hey, look at me. Like, oh my God, man. When my stepbrother asked his teenage girlfriend, well, they weren't teenagers. They started dating as teenagers. And then they got married. When he asked her to marry him, he put like a $5,000 rock on her finger or some shit like that. And I was like I'd get beat up at school for that shit. Like, what do you mean? Oh God. Okay. I gotta go. I gotta go check my packages. I gotta go. I didn't think my sister was going to call me so quick. Peace out, everybody. I gotta go. Bye.